Well, hello everyone. Thanks for joining me. Can't see the screen. I thought it might be good to take a walk and show you the wildflower meadow. Seeing as it's pretty much at its peak at the moment. Here, straight away, the seed heads of yellow rattle, showing why they're called yellow rattle. Now I'm not going to be able to point out every species in here. There are quite a lot. I think there's over 100. So I just point out a few. You can see the lady's bed straw there, the yellow. Forming a carpet. I've no idea why it's called lady's bed straw. I would assume that it's quite fragrant, but if you smell it, it's not. So whether or not that might be due to the fact that it forms a carpet on the ground, and you look at it from the angle of outdoor pleasures, then maybe that might make sense. And here's some wild carrot, just coming into flower, the wild carrot. Some things are over, like the wild clover, you might be able to see that. And the scabious is just coming into its own now. The orchids are over, pretty much, but we may see some. And if we do, I'll point them out. Now we have a fight in here with hogweed and ragwort. Now it's very difficult at the moment to tell the difference at a distance between this wild carrot. It's a beautiful head, isn't it? The difference between the wild carrot and the hogweed. But having said that, I have cleared it mostly from all of here, from everywhere you can see, from that area there, and have taken it quite up here, and in fact I can't actually see any at the moment, but up towards the top there may be more, because we try and confine it to areas. See some bird's foot trefoil, yellow. Obviously there's buttercups. Here we go, there's remains of orchid. There's more than that one. We have more orchids than just the one, to prove it. There's another. There's patches all over, but as you can see, the blue of the scabious really coming into its own. Now, having said that, and I know I'm right about that, but look at this over here. This is where it's its best patch. Isn't that a lovely patch? A red admiral over there. I don't know the names of butterflies either. I know some. Oh, there's some ragwort. I won't get it now. I can see some more. Plenty of, I think they're meadow browns, aren't they? Brown butterflies, but with white tip to the wings. Look at them all. Yeah, it's a lovely patch. So this is the gate to the top wood. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to zigzag through here. And what I shall use, because I think I'll zigzag down here and then we'll go along to the bottom and come around the top and see what we can find. Because hey, You never know, you really never know. One thing we are on the lookout for, and it will be the tail end of them if there are any, are bee orchids. Because, as is a very common story, bee orchids used to grow but the farmer mowed at the wrong time. There's some lovely orchids there. It's quite a nice view through at grass level, isn't it? A patch of wild marjoram. And here's a good spot of lady's bed straw. Look at that lot. It's nice. I do like it. We should have some agrimony, but because that's up now as well. So, but I haven't seen any yet. And scabious has made its way down to here, which is great. You see a little patch in there. Now you notice the lack of grass throughout here until we come to this patch here. Now that's obviously where yellow rattle hasn't taken hold yet. Some years it does better than others, and also on the lower side here you see there's a lot of grass. Through here though, all you can see is yellow rattle seed heads, and then we meet the grass, proving that the yellow rattle does indeed work. Down in there are more orchids. And like I said, there used to be bee orchids in there, but somebody decided to mow it at the wrong time. And they have never returned. But we have spread seed. Well, I've spread seed. That wild carrot really is lovely, isn't it? I suspect as it gets to twilight that all that white will glow and look like it's hovering in the air. If you've ever grown some oxeye daisies, you may have noticed that in the evening when the light is just turning into twilight, that it blocks out the colours of the stems. And so it just looks like these white heads floating in the air. And quite magical. So yeah, if anyone's interested in amounts, this is 3 acres in here. And just of wildflower. If I can have a little excited jump and dance, I'm really pleased at the lack of hogweed. There's a couple here, so I'll come round and get them later. But it seems to be quite a bad year, or good year, depending on which way you want to look at it. Yeah, there is quite a bit over here, but I'll get it. Okay, so we're at the furthest confines there, and just to get your bearings, if you want, you can see that farmhouse and all the farm buildings. Well, if you look at the hedge that goes alongside it, that is the edge of the Fosse Way, one of the ancient roads, one of the ancient British roads. And the verbascum loves to make its presence felt here. At this end, I don't know how it snuck in, but I like it. Ooh, look. Cinnabar moth, isn't it? Yeah, there's a bit of hogweed here because basically we're too late because it's got seeds, so I'm going to have to collect them, making sure I don't drop any seeds anywhere. I mean, okay, we can cope with a few dropped, but oh, look at this. Now from here you can really see where the grass is. And that shows you just how effective this yellow rattle is. I can't tell you exactly how many years because if anyone, those of you who do gardening will know that sometimes you think what you think you did last year or a couple of years ago was in fact 10. But this wild carrot looks fantastic up here. It's always good to go and get another vantage point from where you normally look at things. Yeah, I bet this really does glow nicely in the twilight. To give you an example of just how bad the hogweed was, I've seen there was a patch at the bottom there where we just came up and where I pointed out the cinnabar moth. But last year I was all over this field. Now I'm thinking I'm not even going to have to venture into here to get any. And that just shows you what pulling hogweed does. If you stop it seeding and pull it, it weakens it. I can see one there, 2, but you know, I can count them on one hand, which is not something I've been able to do before. Yeah, I'm very pleased with this. Look at it, lovely. And the idea with this is limestone underneath, so but with any meadow what you want is a good spread of plants so that you have flowers appearing, you know, for as long a period as you can. So it does mean you can't just come out one day and capture it all. Because it won't all be there. And you see there's a patch of hogweed here, but that's lovely because it means it means I haven't got to tiptoe and dance through lots and lots of stuff. Some years there was so much grass in here that it was a real, you know, moonwalking kind of I don't mean Michael Jackson moonwalking, I mean taking massive steps like you're climbing over massive round hay bales for each step. But yeah, I will come and get that hogweed. It's going to have to be done. Ah, here we go. The Griminy. But it's not in the middle, it's right at the edge. This is probably my favourite area actually, which is why we've got the path coming through it. This is where the majority of orchids are, either side of this path. But I did notice this year that they seem to be spreading to some nice other areas. Ah, there's something else we haven't seen. A mallow. Yeah. See, there's an example of what happens if you come another way. But yeah, thanks for watching. Join me next time. See you later. Ta-da.